very good morning to you and welcome back to K24 TV. Today's a Thursday and we like talking about relationships rather. We're talking about everything, marriage, divorce and sharing of matrimonial property and all that is amazing stuff. And especially for those who are going through difficulties, it's always good to let you know how indeed you can get yourself out of that situation. However, today we want to talk about finding true love. Is that something that even exists? Well, that conversation is just about to start right now. I want to look at our question of the day. Kindly let us know your thoughts via our various social media pages. What do you think defines true love in today's modern society? What do you think defines true love in today's modern society? K24 TV across all social networks. And right there on your screen is our number. Kindly let us know what you feel on WhatsApp. And also call us so we can get that conversation going. But joining me today is Untitled Chapter, who is a TV personality. And how can I define you, sir? Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. My name is Untitled Chapter, as you said. I am TV personality, yes. But I also run an events company called Slick Events.
Slick?
Slick.
Okay.
Slick Events.
Oh, it's called Slick. Okay.
Slick Events, yes. I also run funds drive for the less fortunate in the society. It's called I Support Kenya. That is basically who I am.
Nyinyi ndio watu mnachukuanga pesa kutoka kwetu alafu mnapatiana huko nje.
Tunapea watu wengine.
All right, good stuff. But Alton, that's quite an interesting name though.
Yes, I was named after a famous rally driver in the 19th. Raul Altonen.
Raul?
Yes.
Is that on your ID?
Yes.
Like if today you're arrested and then they call out your name in court, they'll be like, Altonen Jumba?
I don't think I'm getting arrested anytime soon.
Okay, let's hope not.
But that is the name on the ID.
All right.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Yes.
And then we'll be joined later on by Dr. Reverend Bata Kaimeni, who is a lecturer at Daystar University and a campaigner for balanced living via Skype. So do stand by for that as we get it uploaded. But right now, getting back to you rather, Mr. Jumba.
Yes.
True love, does it even exist?
This is rather a very difficult question, depending with how you look at it. And in the modern society, love has really changed.
Okay.
And how people define love has really changed. But true love, in its pure definition, is giving yourself wholly to someone.
Okay.
Putting other people before yourself. Just like Christ put himself before us. He took everything for us and he died for us.
Right.
But in the modern society, true love has changed because now we define love with material things. So we can actually say true love exists depending with what context you're talking with. If you're talking with the context of the current world we live in, then I don't think true love exists because whatever we define love to be is not what love really is. Okay. But I would say true love exists and there are people who have found true love. I'm a testament to that. Yes. I'm a testament to that because I found true love in my wife.
Ah,
yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
And our love is not based on, true love is not based on material things. True love is not based on your expectations. True love is being able to seeing the other person in you and putting yourself in the other person's shoes and being able to understand them for who they are. But,
if then we are defining it in your perspective, then I'm probably looking at the languages of love, the 5 languages of love, the words of affirmation and but defining it from that particular perspective, a lot of people will say that because I am gifted, I am gifted a lot because that is my love language, then this person loves me. Not necessarily because they see themselves in me. There are people who will have girlfriends or boyfriends or even wives and husbands that do specific things for them, and for that reason they say, that person loves me.
I would say this, most of us hide behind gifts and other things not to show our true self. The fact that I love you does not mean I have to keep on buying you gifts.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that I have to keep on affirming you. I can affirm you, yes. I am proud of you because you're my wife, you're my girlfriend, or nowadays we have concubines and side chicks.
Yes.
But at the end of it all, do I respect you? Because one, as men, we define love as respect.
Okay.
When a woman respects me, that boils down to me being loved.
Okay.
Yeah? But for women, you have to go a little bit further. Yeah, these are people who want to, like you said, to be affirmed. They want to be taken out. They want to be pampered and all that. But these are things that come after love.
Yes.
These are things that complement
Love.
love.
Okay.
These are not things that define love. According to me, that is not a definition of love.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still defining this true love.
Yep.
It's funny you've mentioned the issue of concubines and side chicks and clandes and so on and so forth. There are people who are married.
Yes.
And they have their wife. And they will never leave their wife no matter what happens.
Yes.
Even if a tsunami came and wiped out, everything else, they will still remain loyal to their wives.
Yes.
And they will always have the clande there and say, wewe hata nini ifanyike, where your position as the clande or as the side chick.
Yes.
So who does the man love here? Does he love his wife or does he love the side chick? Or does he love both of them equally or unequally for that matter?
The question would be, at the end of the day, where does the man go back to? That is where his heart is.
Okay.
He loves his wife. But there's also something that happens in marriages. When I marry you, after a period of time, we become too familiar with one another. We are too comfortable with one another. Tunazoeana. You've ever heard of the phrase that when you get married, after some time, you start looking alike? Tunaanza kuzoeana. Yes.
We start now looking alike.
Yes. The things I used to do for you and no longer do.
Okay.
I feel like it's no longer my duty. It's
not
not a priority. Yes. Now, these things lead to other things. I come home as a man. I'm out there. I've been beaten by the world. I feel like my home has to be my heaven.
Okay.
I have to go home and relax. And when I get home, the first thing I meet at the door is an ambulance. Ambulance, I mean, women, silent. So these are some of the things that push men to
away
look
from their families.
Yes, to look for peace elsewhere. It is not advisable.
Okay.
I do not advocate for that.
Okay.
But these are things that happen and we need to address them in the lives that we live. These are things that happen. So these women have mastered the art of giving men peace, the peace that they don't find at home.
And by these women, you mean the clandes?
The clandes. And so this man loves the wife, but he can't find peace at home, so he goes to find peace somewhere else. But his love is at home.
Okay.
And that is why you find most men going to their clandes whenever they have issues with their wives, and then later on they come back home.
Okay.
They feel, hasira yangu imeteremuka, so I'll go back to my wife. And funny thing is, when this happens, they go and release their stress on the other side and come back home. They don't even settle the issue at home. So the issue remains under the carpet. It piles, it piles. And at one point, it blows up.
Okay.
Yes.
So still on the issue of true love.
Yep.
The man here loves the wife.
Yes.
So what are his feelings towards the side chick?
They're entirely no feelings.
Are you certain?
Yes, they're entirely no feelings. And I want to tell this to anyone who's a clande out there, to be so sure that no man who's married has feelings for you.
Can someone deny or confirm that back at home or at the office? Can you either deny or confirm if you're a guy and you've had a side chick or have one, hopefully not, do you actually have feelings towards this chick? And what kind of feelings are those? As we answered the previous question, I asked you, what are those feelings? And if you're a side chick, do you feel like you are loved, or you feel like you're being used? Let's use that word.
Yeah, why am I saying
Because that's
this?
how you've defined it,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And of course, this is our initial question. What do you think defines true love in today's modern society? What do you think, in your own definition, is the true definition of love in today's modern society? All right, twende kazi. All right, Mr. Jumba.
Yep.
Getting back to the discussion, In today's world, again, because unfortunately we can't live in the past, neither can we live in the future, we can only hope for a better one.
Yep.
We are seeing a lot of issues between couples, whether married or otherwise, in terms of the difficulties that we face. Financially, I think some of the biggest issues we are facing. Do you believe true love exists minus the financial part of life?
Ideally, true love is supposed to exist regardless of what I have or what you have. Because true love comes from the heart. It does not come from the pocket. But what we have turned love to be, like we started by saying, we have turned love to be about material gains. Love is about giving, but we give what we have inside us, not what we have in our pockets. But like you say, finances have been the greatest challenge in marriages. Why? Because we get into relationships and marriages with high expectations. Most ladies do not look at what you have as a man that defines you. They look at what you can afford and what you can pay for and how well you can take care of them. But again, I always tell ladies, taking care of you does not necessarily involve money at all times. Yeah? Taking care of you means I am there with you. I can reason with you. I can help you grow to what you want to be. I can support you in terms of ideas. I am there emotionally when you need someone. But we have turned and twisted everything and tagged it to money. Everything in relationships, we've tagged it to money. So that in itself becomes a huge problem in our relationships.
Right.
So whenever a man cannot provide or is not in a position to provide, then it becomes an issue. When he's able to provide, then you're loved. There's no issue in the home. You are the best person they ever know.
There's something that has been trending in the last couple of weeks, and I'm sure you've seen it.
Yes.
Stingy Men Association of Kenya. Yes. So clearly these are guys with the ability to provide, but they're not providing for whatever reason. Do you feel as though men have been judged for a very long time unfairly? Because maybe I have $1 million bob, but why should I give you 200 or rather 2,000 bob for your hair? Do I really have to do it?
Men are not stingy. That is just a notion that women actually want to flaunt to make men look bad. Men put their money where they see value. And you can challenge me on this anytime. If a man does not see value in you, he will not spend on you.
Okay.
Not even a single shilling. And a few men who spend on you and they don't see values because they just want to turn you into a sex object.
Okay.
When a man likes you and when a man loves you and they feel you, they will do everything possible to make sure that you look good.
Right.
And you're well taken care of. So this notion of men being stingy, I think women need to go back to the drawing board and just reevaluate what their priorities are, and be able to fit in to what men are looking for.
Okay.
Yes.
I believe we do have Reverend Dr. Bertha Kaimenyi on the line. I do not know. Reverend Bertha, can you hear me? Daktari, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So we're just talking about true love. Thank you for joining the conversation. I don't know if you had most of what we have spoken about with Jumba, but in your definition, what do you think true love is?
You know, people are looking for happiness, and you cannot have happiness without love. I cannot define love alone, because according to the Greek definition, there are 3 types of love. There is a three.
All right. Apologies for that to the audience. Daktari, we seem to be having a sound problem on your end, but as we fix that, let me get back to Mr. Jumba here. Yep. You know, you've just said that a man who loves you will spend money on you, and a man who likes you will go that extra mile to make a woman feel special, and so on and so forth. But we do have women who will never feel like they are getting enough. is that true love coming from their end? Because if it's, because we have to understand, not all individuals in a relationship can be on equal standing as far as their finances are concerned. And especially if you're dating, say, an unemployed woman who's not making any income, there's no problem with that, as long as, you know, they're making strides to bring something to the table. And you're there, you're doing their hair, you're doing their makeup, you're even supporting maybe her family back at home in terms of your in-laws. But anafeel ni kama haunipendi because weekends unenanga kuwa na maboys wako unanisahau. And you're like, just what more do you want me to do? Do you feel like as though sometimes we are pushed to the corner even when we are providing?
Men have been pushed to the corner right from the time you're born, actually. And you bear a burden that comes with being a man. Most of the times men, and I'm talking about men, I'm not talking about boys. Men are people who take responsibility. Men are people who take responsibilities. Boys are just grown young kids in a grown man's costume.
Right.
Who do not want to take any responsibility.
Okay.
So as a man, you know, what is put upon you is from the word go, you're supposed to be a provider. As you grow, you're taught how to be, how to provide and how to be straight and how to take care of a woman. And there's nothing about women taking care of you and providing for you. So ideally, in an African setting, we are supposed to be providers.
Okay.
So it's not within us to complain about providing.
Okay.
But women tend to get too demanding. Wanakuwa demands zingine zenye they are not necessary.
Yes. So and some demands cannot be met.
Yes, they cannot be met.
Carry on.
And this is why I always tell most couples, before you settle down, look at your expectations. What are you expecting from this man that you want to settle down with? Because sometimes we have so many unnecessary expectations that put our men in a position where they cannot even move. They cannot even function well because all the time I come home, I think I have given you a home, I provide for food, I take the kids to school, I have given you money to take care of yourself and groom you, but at the end of it all, you are still running around in the house and ranting and saying you don't take care of me.
Yes.
I don't do enough.
Right.
So the question is, how enough is enough?
Okay. There's something you said a few sentences back, and it was men are supposed to provide naturally.
Yes.
And I get that.
Yes.
I provide for my family, and I'd like to believe that I try my best. But in this day and age, the 21st century that we're in, the year 2021, we're in the month of February. Surely, women have got the same equal opportunities as I did. I remember in our class, biotechnology class, I think we had more or less equal number of women to men in that same class. Primary school, the same thing, and so on and so forth. We have similar opportunities now. We had the same teachers. We have the same, 844 system that we went through. So is it the type that we are equal even when it comes to providing? Unless, and God forbid, the man is unable to provide for one reason or another, I feel like it should be a 50-50 situation right now as far as relationships are concerned. The same way she expects me to groom her when it comes to salon, imwezi nikimfanyia, next month pia yeye nifanyie. Even me, I go to the barber. It costs me a lot of money nowadays to shave my hair. So why don't we have that understanding before we start defining whether true love is because I'm providing for this for my wife or not?
How many times has your wife given you flowers on Valentine's?
Actually, 0.
You see, women have been empowered. Women have gone to school. Women occupy some of the biggest offices in this country or the world.
True.
Women have money nowadays. But a woman is a support system. Has that sunk? A woman is a support system.
Yes. And I can define that in a lot of ways.
Yes.
But continue.
She's a support system in this manner. You are the provider.
Yes.
You are the head of the house. So you make the rules, you provide for the family, you plan for the family, and she comes in to support you, she pushes you.
Okay.
So at no given time is a woman supposed to take over your responsibilities unless you have a mutual agreement that at this point I do not have the ability to do 1, 2, 3, 4. So I would want you to come in and support.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm talking from
No.
a point.
It's okay, and I totally get it. Let's first of all look at some feedback as we move on. Director Tafadhali, do you have any clandes? No?
They can't come
All
out.
right, give me something to read. Okay, there we go. Money defines true love, and I think Jumba here said it. Money defines true love nowadays. Today, girls believe that if you do not have money, then there is no love. Hey, my name is Eric, and I really need your help, you guys. Nimefanyia several companies and several people kazi, but the end they refuse. Okay, hapo digress kidogo. But thank you, Eric. Marcel from Runda. I can define true love as having a partner who is understanding, loving, who is true and real with you and loyal. Who you can trust and share ideas. May it be in business or other self-building initiatives. And finally, a partner who you both can share secrets and keep them between yourselves. But at the same time, no partner is worth to own all that. So true love is a scam. Hey, Marcel. Hey, aya. Shadrach watching from Mombasa, good morning. One of the most difficult things is to find, or rather to find in our current society is true love. It's however available, and whoever finds it is very lucky. It is not based on sex or any other material things available. It's based on respect, care, and trust among those in it. True love is built on respect, care, and trust. Okay. Shadrach kwa Mombasa, asanti, amesema, mwingine anasema nini? True love is when you enjoy and crave your partner's company and you feel happy. Whenever you talk or hang out, even without spending money, I would settle with a man who doesn't have all the money in the world but has a vision and plan to make things work. And I totally agree with that lady. 100%. Derek, umesikia maneno? Yeah, Derek is the guy behind this camera. So, thank you, guys. Keep on texting, by the way. We want to take a short break, and when we return, we shall be looking at some of your definitions of true love. We'll be right back.